I've been training 4 or 5 weeks, and before my call to Dana, I wasn't even sure if this thing was going to happen at UFC 200. We had talked and maybe thought we could maybe put something together by November for New York. But, I'll fight whenever the money's right. And
Alright, in case you didn't hear about this, and shout out to my man Ego, who put me up on this information, Brock Lesnar has just been essentially publicly looks as if he's tested positive for something before his fight with Mark Hunt, and now it looks like he could be in some big trouble. They might take the win away from him. There's a good chance of that if his B sample comes out positive as well. We don't know what it's for. We just know he has been confirmed as violating whatever the USADA ban listed drugs is, and I guess that would come from WADA, which is the accreditation body for these laboratory testing agencies, which USADA is accredited by. So Brock Lesnar, this is what he said prior to the fight, and it's very telling. He just said he only trained for 4 or 5 weeks. That's a month, and we know he must be staying in shape due to his commitments to wrestling. But that doesn't necessarily mean that doesn't necessarily translate to training and being in physical shape to be in a fight. Although Brock Lesnar is a total fucking beast in terms of how massive he is for a heavyweight fighter. He's probably the biggest heavyweight in UFC just alone, but really he seemed to be very confident going into a fight where, this is a sport he hasn't been in 5 years, and he was extremely confident. Isn't that one of those symptoms of steroids? Anyways, let's see what else he had to say, because there's this epic reaction when a reporter does bring up steroids.
We took it through the 11th hour, and that's where we're at. So it is what it is. I mean, do you feel like this is one and done, or do you feel like you are going to fight more than this? I don't know. I feel really good. Training camp is going great. I'm happy. I'm looking forward to July 9th. I'm grateful that Mark Hunt took the fight, and it was short notice to you. I mean, what is your reaction? Is that just kind of more of what you've always heard? To some of the stuff that Mark has said, even if you've seen it, where he said that he believes you've been juicing your whole life, and he had questions about USADA testing you. I mean, what is your reaction? Is that just kind of more of what you've always heard?
This is Brock Lesnar's reaction to allegations that he has been juicing, and as we know, he is a professional. Well, I think he won a gold medal or he was a very accomplished amateur wrestler, and then he broke into the scene in the WWE.
I've been dealing with that my entire life. I'm a white boy, and I'm jacked. Deal with it.
And he just tested positive, Brock Lesnar, to an illegal substance. We don't know what it is, but we know he tested positive, and what more can we say? He might actually be suspended from the WWE for this. And if you know anything about Vince McMahon's circus, so to speak, they actually have a wellness policy, and considering Brock Lesnar is still under contract in WWE, and he's supposed to make an appearance in SummerSlam, this could affect, depending on the World Wrestling Entertainment's wellness policy. So he might not be at SummerSlam. We don't know. This is a very interesting development. If that B sample comes out positive for an illegal substance, that win in UFC 200 goes away. That's a wash. that is something that should get reversed due to the violation. You know, fucking John Jones got hit with something, and they wouldn't even let him fucking fight. It's crazy. And they got Vitor Belfort out there fucking on testosterone. We all know he's on testosterone. It's an exemption for him. Anyways, fucking UFC, fuck. Everyone's fucking juicing. Everyone. And it's their own... ultimately, they're responsible for wanting to bring in a guy like Brock Lesnar, who basically looks jacked to the fucking gills and already has enough suspicion around him. To bring in a guy like that shows a lot of desperation, and you're basically asking, especially bringing him into a serious drug testing company and sporting event. And not that the WWE testing is not serious, but you know, there's definitely a couple of holes involved in that whole policy. And for example, a guy like Roman Reigns, who's actually was the champion up until the Money in the Bank show, he actually had tested positive and violated their wellness policy, and he still got to hold on to the title up until the next main event. He wasn't just rushed off. He wasn't immediately suspended. They held off their suspension because that was their champion. So that says a lot about the WWE and how they react to a suspension. In fact, their ex-champion will be in the main event of their next pay-per-view event. So, and they have this 3-strike rule bullshit. So, whatever. They I don't think they really take it as seriously as a third-party drug testing agency like a USADA, like a VADA, like the way Floyd Mayweather would expect drug testing to be applied. So anyways, Lesnar's positive. We'll see what happens next.
So what do you want me to say? I'm a white boy and I'm jacked. Deal with it.